Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and yesterday you saw that I ranked every DreamWorks movie that I've seen. Now we're on to ranking every Pixar movie that I've seen. I figured this would be a very fun idea, and yeah, oh wait, hold on, I gotta fix something real quick, hold up guys. Alright guys, sorry about that. I had to make this extra row here for the movies that I've not seen. As you can see, I've seen a lot more of the Pixar movies than the DreamWorks movies. So without further ado, let's get this list started, shall we? So kicking things off with the very first movie, Toy Story. It's obviously S tier, man. It's what started it all, and just the whole story overall is just an absolute just amazing time. And honestly, there's nothing forgettable about the movie. It's only an hour and 20 minutes, and there's not really any bad stuff about it. The humor was great, the jokes were great. All in all, the acting was also great. Tom Hanks did a great job playing Woody, and even to this day, the graphics and stuff still hold up after how many years has it been? Almost 30? So yeah, S tier. Now Toy Story 2. Honestly, man, this one's S tier too. The graphics have been stepped up a lot in this movie. There was more characters added. The main villain, who was Al, was also great. Actually no, it wasn't Al. It was the Prospector. He was also great, being the twist villain, which absolutely blew me the first time. Or blew me away the first time. And yeah, not much else to say. I will say though that I love how Buzz gets imprisoned by the fake Buzz, and the fake Buzz is being how Buzz first was in Toy Story 1. And it really showed how much Buzz has grown since that movie. So yeah, honestly, great S tier. Monsters Inc. S tier, man. This movie I loved as a kid. I absolutely would watch it every day. Like, I would not get tired of it. I would always go to my grandmother's house, hop on her laptop with a CD drive in it, and I would just play the movie over and over. There's not much else to say about it. It's just a great, absolute masterpiece. And it's just, yeah. Go watch it, trust me. Finding Nemo. I'll be honest, I'll put this one at A tier. And that's because it is a great movie with a great story. But, like, it's not, like, my favorite movie of all time, but it's also not the worst. It is a good movie. But there are better ones, so A tier. The Incredibles. So, I have not watched this movie in a long ass time, probably like a decade since I've seen this. I don't remember liking a lot about this movie, but I do remember thinking it was alright and watched it a few times, so just because of that, we'll put it A tier. There were some things that I remember that were good. And of course, Frozen, my beloved, going, where's my super suit? I absolutely love that. Cars. I have seen this movie, but I have not seen it in a very long time, and I remember really not liking it. You know, for the viewers' sake, people who might have seen this movie, put it C tier. I just don't remember liking it that much. Ratatouille. This movie is incredible. Easy S tier, man. It's just, you know what? No. Easy top of S tier, just because, like, it's just so charming how the main gimmick is a rat that wants to learn how to cook, and the fact that he also cooks better than the main intern Linguini at the restaurant, who just got hired. He helps him cook through his hair, and I find that just so charming that a simple rat wants to do something as good as cooking at Gusteau's restaurant in Paris. That's just so charming. Pixar, you gotta make a sequel, or at least something similar to this movie. Oh man, WALL-E. Honestly, man, awesome movie. Just the love story between these two robots. Wally, the main robot right there, can only speak 2 words. And just the genuine message, just it's so good and wholesome. Honestly, if you watch this movie a few times, you might actually end up crying because of it, because it's just so amazing, man. With the love story between Eve and Wally, it's amazing. Up. Come on, man. You know this is S tier. There's not really much else I can say about it. It's just a great film. It takes place in South America, where Carl Fredricksen goes with this kid Russell after his wife dies in the beginning because she got sick. Jeez, it's a dark start to a movie. And yeah, honestly, um, their journey to get to what was it? Okay, I forget what it was called, but yeah, honestly, the main gimmick and like the story of having to get to like this one waterfall, it is awesome. So easy S tier for me. Toy Story 3. Honestly, this movie is pretty good. I'm gonna say A tier for this one, and that's because I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember it being a really good movie. I remember most of it. And I also find it really funny that Buzz speaks Spanish for like 1/3 of the movie. That was honestly hilarious to me. And honestly, the ending is perfect with Andy going to this kid, what's her name, Bonnie's house, and then selling his toys to her on the condition that she takes good care of them, and then goes off to college. It was a perfect ending to a trilogy, but yeah, I'll get back to that in a bit. Cars 2. I'm not seeing this movie, but I'll tell you right now, F tier. I can tell that people absolutely hate this movie, and based on what I heard about it, it is probably the most hated Pixar movie ever. And just because I haven't seen it, I'm putting it in F tier because I'm seeing a lot of people put it F tier. So yeah, you go in there, bud. Brave. I'm sorry, no. Forgettable. I haven't watched it. I literally watched it once when I was in theaters, and that was it. Absolutely forgettable. Monsters University. You're gonna go A tier, honestly. I enjoyed this movie a lot. Basically a prequel of Monsters Inc. showing us how Sullivan and Mike met. And yeah. They start out as rivals, but then they try to go to the scare program at their university, hence Monsters University, but they get kicked out because they accidentally break a screencaster which powers their city. So they get failed, but there's this tournament called the Scare Games, and if you win all the Scare Games, then they'll get back into the Scare program. But then it was revealed at the end that Sully cheated from Mike's turn and made everything easy, but Mike wanted, like, to prove himself as being scary, so he went ahead and just broke into an actual scare factory that turned out to actually be the human world and try to fake some children, like scare some children. But they weren't dummies, they were real children, and they were not scared at all. And then he got scared, but then Sully goes into the scare factory and goes to Mike and tries to reconcile with him, only for the door to be disabled on the outside. So the only way they'll be able to get out is to power it from the inside by scaring a bunch of police officers, which generated enough scream to power the door back on for like a few seconds, and then they get expelled from Monsters University at the end. And then they work at the Scare Factory, and we see how they went up in ranks to become scarers. So honestly, it was a really good movie. Inside Out. Oh man, this movie I was addicted to as a kid. It is S tier for me. Honestly, you're going there. I love Inside Out, man. I even rewatched it on the plane when I was coming home from Canada. You guys have seen that video of me going back there, so you know about it. But it's just so wholesome with these 5 emotions: joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust. So basically, Joy and Sadness get thrown out of their HQ, and because Sadness was being an annoying idiot who kept tampering with emotions and stuff, or memories and stuff. So then, like 90% of the movie is them trying to get back to HQ, and they come across a lot of places like Dream Production Studio, Cloud City. They come across this girl Riley's imaginary friend Bing Bong, and that was a fun adventure. It was honestly a great watch, and the movie is more mature than a lot of the movies on this list, and honestly, it was very packed with emotion, especially at the end. If you're more of a sensitive person like me, then the ending is absolutely just amazing. Like, you'll probably cry a few times. So I highly recommend that movie. The Good Dinosaur. Where do I put you? Honestly, man, this movie is just not it. I'm pretty sure this movie is Pixar's biggest flop, and even ended up in production health. I enjoyed it, but it was also just sad, and there's not really a reason for this movie to even exist. So, honestly, I'm gonna put it in D tier. It's just not for me, man. Like, it's okay, but like, it's just not memorable. Finding Dory. We'll put that at A tier and move Finding Nemo to B tier. I might get a lot of hate for this. Jacob, I'm looking at you. Don't even start with me. But, I don't know what it is. I just enjoy Finding Dory a little bit more than Finding Nemo. I feel like there's more creative scenes in Finding Dory, especially when Marlin and Nemo are trying to traverse land to find Dory. And then the story of her and her parents, and when she finds her parents, it's just so wholesome, you know, and more like emotional and stuff than Finding Nemo. Like, just because of the more emotion impact, I kind of prefer Finding Dory. I do love Finding Nemo, but Finding Dory just a little better in my opinion. Cars 3 I've not seen, forgot to put you there. Coco. No, I have not watched this movie in a long time. But honestly, this movie is honestly really good. Now, I've seen a lot of people pointing this at S tier. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can go that far. Because it's not like my #1 favorite. I'll put it top A tier. I think that's a fair ranking just because I've only seen it like once. But like the ending was so emotional. And the overall story of this kid Miguel going to the dead world to meet his dead relatives, try to get back to the human world. Honestly, the whole story is just amazing. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm gonna put that at A tier. The Incredibles 2. This movie, it was okay. It was an okay movie. I watched it in theaters. I think I watched it once after I came out of theaters. I'll put it at B tier. I think it's deserving of a B tier. I'd honestly rather, you know what? I think that's fair. I remember more of The Incredibles 2 than The Incredibles 1. But I'm sure if I rewatched the first one, I would definitely enjoy it. And now the final one, Toy Story 4. This is what I was talking about when I said I'd get back to the Toy Story trilogy later. Or not trilogy, but series. This movie was so unneeded because Toy Story 3 ended so perfectly. There was no need to add a fourth movie. It was alright, but like, even the ending, like, it was a good ending, but it ended off with Woody ditching Bonnie for the long lost toy Bo Peep. And while the ending was pretty, I guess, emotional and stuff, with them about to split up, but then Buzz telling Woody to go with Bo Peep, like, it's not right though, because Woody was nothing but loyal to Andy in the past 3 movies. He was always there for Andy, always trying to get back to him, And then him saying goodbye to Andy, going off to college. It was perfect. But then they added this movie. Man, I'm putting you in C tier. And then Inside Out 2. Again, I don't know why this movie's on the list, considering it's not released till June. But I already know I'm gonna love the movie. I already know I'm gonna love it, so I'm gonna put it S tier. I haven't seen it. No one has because it's not released yet. But I already know I'm gonna love it. So S tier, just because of that. So that's basically it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know what? No, I'm leaving you there. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a like and share this with a friend. I want to hit a goal of 300 subscribers, and then maybe, let's just say, before the start of March, maybe can we hit 300? I think that's a fair goal. I think it was took me like a month and a half to 2 months to hit 200 after hitting 100. So I think that's fair. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.